Welcome to the Savvy Radio Show with your host, the Savvy Landlord. Up next is the best deal ever. On Fridays, check out all episodes on SavvyRadioShow.com.
Friends, yes, some family, maybe one member of my family may be listening to this podcast, so you got to say friends and family, but we're all family because you are a savvy investor. That's why you tuned into Fabulous Singing Fridays. I'm super excited because by popular demand is the Mystery Man. Hello, Mystery Man.
Hello, glad to be back.
One of my favorite things, obviously, is Friday, family day, people party, whatever you do, but it's also best deal, and you just popped a deal. Is that right?
I did sign a contract yesterday, yes.
Oh, you might want to get a little bit more exciting. This is your third deal, right? Third under the belt of your endeavor of trying to buy property.
Well, I have 3 others under contract right now.
Oh, the ones that you're still kind of negotiating electricity issues, and yeah, those
Correct.
are coming up on the radio show too. Basically, we're chronologically trying to get to know Mystery Man and the drama that he is going through. This is deal number 3 in a short amount of couple of months. He has deal number 2, but that one is a very long, drawn-out process, and we're going to cover that in a couple of weeks because we're still got some more details. But let's talk about this deal. So how did you find this deal? Where did it come from? How'd you get it? That's the number one question people ask me. How do you find deals? How'd you get this deal in the beginning? And tell us about the product. Tell us about the property. What is it? How many bedrooms? What's the size? What does it look like? Smell like? Tell us everything you can.
This was a direct mailing. This was a postcard mailer that I sent out.
How many postcards do you think you mailed out?
In this mailing, it was about 550.
Is there a specific reason why just that number, not 10,000? Is it money? A certain area?
That's what came up in the certain area search that I pulled, and the criteria that I pulled, that's what came up.
What's that criteria?
That's
you don't want to share
it.
Okay, all right. I thought I'd get it out of you, but it's all right. Mystery Man with mysteries. So you pulled a pretty, motivated seller message postcard. Did you use a specific software to drop it?
I used Quantum postcards.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you use a Quantum postcards company that did the whole direct mail out for you. Excited. How long did it take to get the phone to ring?
I'd kind of given up. I didn't get a lot of calls. I got some off, initially, like you always do. And
any haters?
I don't get a lot. I guess I'm able to turn those. I have had some, but we all do.
Sure.
But there was a lag, and then this lady called a couple of days ago, and when can I get out there? When can I see it? It sounds like something I want to see. And then the very next day, going out and saw it.
So tell me about the property. What is it? It's in a nice area. Okay, I know that much, but tell us what's the size. What is it? What is it?
It is a condo. It's on the 2nd floor.
Is there somebody underneath the condo?
There is. It's being remodeled right now.
Okay. Is this your first condo that you've looked at or purchased, or?
It is, yes.
Okay. I mean, folks, I help Mystery Man out here and there, so I knew a concept of the deal, but Mystery Man, you've got to help people they don't know.
Yeah.
So I know that it's a condo. What was my number one question I fired at you when you brought it to my attention?
What are the HOA fees?
And what do they?
It's only $308 a month.
Only. And I smashed you on the next answer. Does it include insurance? You said no. Does it include taxes? No. Does it include water? No. But it includes heat. So I was like, you need to get back out there, Mystery Man, and better verify, justify, and do your due diligence to make sure. So what is included in the 308?
Yeah, I was a little leery about this price and rent that this property actually pulls.
Yeah, what's the rent? So what's the size? 3-bedroom?
3-bedroom. It is a 1,200 square foot
Condo. 3-bedroom, 1 bath or 2 bath?
2 bath.
Garage? No garage?
No garage, no covered parking.
Okay. So 3-bedroom, 1 bath, 1,200 square foot, cool condo.
Yes.
$308 for HOA.
Correct.
But you think it didn't, and it did include. So let's just clarify. What does it include for? What does a typical HOA include?
This property includes basic cable. It includes your grounds and maintenance.
You talking about like cable, like Cox cable?
Like
Like
watch
HBO?
TV? No,
Watch
that's
ESPN?
a premium package.
Okay, so it comes with
premium.
cable, comes with lawn maintenance. What else?
That includes a pool, all that pretty stuff in the
Hey,
summertime.
we get to go swimming this summer. All right.
That's right. Your sewer and your water.
Cool. That's $50 a month
That's right.
minimum.
It has your gas and your heat.
Like when you say heat, is there like a furnace in the place, or is it furnace that
Yes.
heats the whole building?
Your furnace in the
Individually?
individual unit. Yes.
So you mean the gas?
Yes.
So the gas is whoever built this property, poor investor back in 19 whatever, built this with one gas line coming in, I'm assuming, and it's going into your furnace because you have an individual furnace with an individual thermostat, and that's included in $300?
That is correct.
That doesn't make sense in my world because this is why I'm a little nervous because a gas bill in Oklahoma could be $300. How much do you have gas at your house?
Yes.
So you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm total electric, and so I know I used to be on gas. That's why I moved. No, but I'm all right. So can you verify that? Is this information that was told to you by the seller?
Yes. And she's had this property since 91.
Okay. And I don't think she had any. I still would verify. I mean, as a friend, I would definitely call and just ONG and say, hey, is there gas when was the last time the gas was turned on? And then I would ask them, what's the average bill? And do you know how many units are in this condo?
I don't for sure, but it's a pretty decent sized property.
I saw the pictures; they look legit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there is one more surprise for this homeowners. It also included the insurance.
Yeah, that's typical. So that's awesome. Insurance is included. How about taxes?
Taxes are not.
Okay, and what's the taxes?
$450
Okay.
annually.
So, we don't even know the number. We know it's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, 1,200 square foot. You're going to pay right out the gate $308 a month. I definitely would try to get a hold of the bylaws of the HOA ASAP.
Yeah.
Just because they may one day, it may be grandfathered in, and that's why she's selling that in 20 years that those bylaws dissolve and it goes up. You have to start paying the gas bill. And it's not metered and it's kind of grouped and blah, blah, blah. So just as a friend, this sounds like a smoking deal. What is the ARV? We've been waiting 8 minutes and 8 seconds for you to get you together and tell us the price. What's ARV?
$52,000.
Wow. Is that verified, like just from your research, pulling your own comps, doing the Redfin, doing the whole deal? Okay.
That's correct.
All right. So with 55, you said?
Yeah, and I think that's fairly conservative.
Yeah. 3-bedroom, 1 bath condo on the north.
2 bath.
2 bath.
Correct.
Oh, dang. 3-bed, 2 bath. Gas included in the nice area of a desirable area in Oklahoma City. Wow. Okay. So would you tell us, you went on the property. What'd you say to the lady? Why is she motivated? Why come over now? Why is that?
She's anticipating getting a new job. With this new job, she's going to be traveling a lot. It's a traveling job.
She lives there?
She does not live at the property.
Okay.
She lives in Edmond.
Okay.
And she does not want to be managing this property while on the road. So
this is her only unit that she has. So she has a residence and she bought this. So I'm assuming that she originally lived in this property from conception. Do you know that or no?
I think this has been a rental the whole time.
So she's maybe ready to cash out.
Yes.
And so have we even tell what she get under contract? No, let's just go through the scenario because there's a lot of rookies out there that need to know this. So you go over to the property, come over now, which is a little leery. And then what happens?
I show up. I get there a few minutes early, and a few minutes later, here comes another truck, pulls up, parks right next to me, backs in, and
like a commercial truck with a tag,
like a
handyman,
investor type, handyman,
ghetto
type ish truck. Like, well, it could be the individuals working on the unit below the unit that.
So that was your
before.
first.
That was kind of what I thought.
And your
before.
second thought was maybe a.
And then I thought that maybe she's gathering people here for highest and best.
A bidding war.
Right. Because I had backed up out towards the street.
To always get exposure.
Right. Instead of, because if they were here to work on the unit, they could have pulled right up right in front of it because there were plenty of spaces there. And then shortly thereafter that, here comes another truck.
Truck number 2.
Pulls in right next to the other one. And they don't get out of the vehicle to go up to the unit that was actually being repaired. So we're sitting there for 3, 4, 5 minutes until she shows up. As soon as she shows up, boop, 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 all three of us hop out of the truck.
Okay, so you're sitting in your truck waiting for the gal to show up, the seller, knowing that she's running behind. You're there a little early, and then so trucks are pulling up at the same time, meeting her. So this seller is somewhat savvy. Hey, I'm going to be at the property at 3:00. Everybody needs to show up at 3. But you don't know who these other people are.
Correct.
And your quick assessment is that these are possible other investors that you're going to negotiate. So does your heart start pounding, or you start getting wet fingers, or what through your mind?
Poor guys, they're going to get crushed.
Okay, savvy confidence. All right, so you meet this girl. What's her age? What she's like? Was she fast talker? I mean, and why were these people there?
So, hop out of the truck. She comes over, had kind of explained, what I looked like, what I'd be driving. So she walks over, introduces herself to me, and she tells them, "Okay, hold on, such and such, and let's come on up now." And so we go in, and I'm still kind of thinking, okay, she's going to let me go in first. And so she tells them to stand back. And so I enter, and then they come in right behind me after that.
Like, how long were you? So she's showing the property to you.
Right.
And you're doing kind of your quick inspection.
Right.
Looking at the sinks, doing your normal due diligence of what you should be doing.
Correct.
And these gentlemen are waiting outside.
Well, after she opened the door and said, "Come on in, take a look," and then it wasn't 20 seconds, and those other guys come in.
And at this time, you still didn't know who they were.
Correct. And they're kind of looking around, and they open the door.
So this whole time, you're thinking that they're bidding too.
Right.
Wow.
And this said, "Come in here, and I want this done with the cabinets, and I want this done, and I'd like to have this done, and then look over here." So now she's
trying to get offers.
All right. It's like, okay, she doing
contractors?
repairs? Is she? Yeah. So that's what it ended up being, is she's looking at having some work and repairs done on the property, because the property has been vacant since November. So she's been paying
a payment,
HOAs payments for several months now.
Do you know if it's free and clear?
It was, but she took out
a mortgage on it,
right,
refinance
to pay
it.
credit cards.
Okay, so she's in need of selling her property because she's wanting to move, doesn't want to maintain it, and she has some sort of a debt of sorts.
Correct.
And so how'd you discover that these guys were just contractors? Were you at ease, or were you frustrated? I mean, what was going through your mind at that time?
I mean, I was relieved, obviously, thinking that I wasn't going to have to
get pissed off.
Highest and best. It was nice to know.
I mean, me personally, like I'll drive up on a property and I'll see 4 or 5 people, and then I'll see like a couple outside with a clipboard. I know they watch a TV commercial. I'll see another investor. I just drive on. And the wholesaler will call me, "Hey, what happened?" I'm like, "Dude, just call me. I'll be this when you can't get it sold, you call me."
Yeah.
So I usually get frustrated in that situation. But this time you were like, okay, what went through your mind that if you don't work out a price, she's going to fix it up?
Exactly.
Were you nervous about that? What your offer would be? Did that affect your offer?
No, because she was already set on doing that, I think. And it's a good thing I didn't take that approach because
Don't take my advice.
I would have lost out on that because that wouldn't have been the
smoking
reason for
deal.
those guys being there. So she was motivated to.
Well, let's pause for a second. Let me just tell you about human beings in general. Okay, most human beings, and this is just a guess that they called. I get soft. Hey, come over to my property. Give me a price. I almost want to give you something for your time. This lady seems kind of gangster. She's like, hey, I got a postcard in the mail. I call this guy. I get him to drive over there to give me an offer on my property. But at the same time, I'm going to have contractors there giving me a price just in case. She's kind of savvy, like in a roundabout way. What if she didn't take your offer? How? I mean, my mind would, because I overread and profile everybody. I'd be like in a frenzy in my mind. I'd be like, what should I offer? So how'd you come up with an offer? Who threw the number out first? And what was that like?
She threw the number out, but to back up just 1 second. Whenever I visited with her on the phone, we kind of started approaching that. And I mentioned to her, when we do this, when I come out, and if I see something that I like and this is something I want to move forward with, are you the only one on the title?
Okay, so you pre-qualified her over the phone.
Right.
Good.
And if this is something that I want to move forward with, are you ready to sign and get this done tomorrow?
Now, is that just your normal mode of operandi? Do you do that on every call? Or is that because she was already kind of pushy?
Let's get it done and have the right people there.
So you always pre-qualify. So, hey, out there, savvy investors, I know you've been waiting 16 minutes for some nuggets. There's a nugget right there. Always have a sense of closure that can we get this done today? Hey, you're wasting time if Sally, somebody shows up and it's the husband has to sign off on it as well, or a representative of the estate per se. Right. And I guess from your experience, from being on houses, you've ran into that before.
Right.
Okay. So you pre-qualified her, got her in the room, got these other burly men rolling around, thinking they're going to get paid on doing this contractor.
Yes.
And you're this investor coming in and like, I'm not going to fix this deal. Well, I guess you could be taking cards right then. What if Andrew Cross showed up?
He would have been there, and
I mean, think about it. Like, we have friends that are contractors that are investors.
For sure,
they could have showed up. That's me. I'm a friend, contractor / investor.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So now where we're at? She's in the middle of the living room. You got your pen and a piece of contract in a folder. Now what? How'd you come up with a number? We're worth $55,000. Everybody's been waiting for the effing number. Spit it out. And how'd you get there?
Break out her settlement statement from the bank, and
she did.
Yeah,
she broke out her statement, her monthly payment statement.
Yeah, I asked her to bring it.
Teacher class.
Yeah.
So you asked this chick, you pre-qualified her to sell her. Older lady. What was her age group?
Probably mid-40s.
Okay, so she's within our range.
Yeah,
and so it's peer to peer, like physically, emotionally, and all that jazz.
Yeah,
and then. Hey, by the way, bring your statement.
Yes.
A gangster. So please tell me what was said on that. And you saw the statement?
Yes.
Did you take a picture of the statement?
I didn't.
I love it when I do that in front of people. They're like, what the? Yeah, that's how we do. We take pictures of everything. So you took a picture. I mean, you did take a picture of it. What was on the number? What was the number on the statement?
$25,700.
$25,700. And it's worth $55,000. Let's
conservatively.
Let's pause. Conservatively, I know when you told me it was 3-bedroom, 2-bath, I was like 65. I mean, you don't find condos that are that big, in the area that it's in the Northwest Side. I mean, I don't want to give the address because but we're about to, we've already got the affidavit on this, you little hustlers out there. So, what'd you get it for? 30, 35, 40, 45?
Close.
Close. What was the number?
I gave her a little bit of cheese.
10,000, 5,000. Tell me the number.
26.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
You gave her 1,000 over price on her statement, and her statement was current. It wasn't some old statement. It was like
I give her like 300. Don't go overboard here.
Okay, so her statement was
$25,700.
So you offered her $26,000.
Yep.
did you give the illusion that if you don't take my offer, you're going to have to pay these contractors $10,000? How in the world did you get that? What would you say? Did you flash her? did you, I mean, Rolls Royce? I mean, how please educate us. We have been waiting 19 minutes, mother. Tell me.
Okay, just can close fast. I know you're wanting to not have any additional carrying costs. You've been carrying this since November. You don't want to do this any longer. You want to move on with your new job. We can't do this month. There's only 10 days left in this month. I wish we could. Well, how much is it going to cost me? What's it going to be? What's the fees going to be?
So this girl just wanted to walk away. When did you get the sniff of that? Did you know that since on the phone call or when you entered the bill? I'm telling you, the dynamic changes when there's contractors on the table. Because when there's contractors on the table, that means someone's paying for something. Either it needs a repair, it's a make ready, which is a couple thousand, right? I mean, so she knew that she was going to pay. So I'm trying to get the understanding of how the hell blank did you get that for cost? And did she not know that it was worth 55, 60?
I'm sure she did because she's had it.
I'm sure she did.
She's had it for.
I'm sure she did.
25 years plus.
I've seen people. I don't care. I'm just saying.
She just wants out, and I was happy to oblige.
You sound like a guy at a nightclub. I'm happy to oblige. What the golly? Lord help me, Jesus.
So then she was just worried about closing and what it was going to cost, and so I made a call right then and there and broke down the closing for her.
Okay, so she was up in arms. Is this going to cost me? So she basically wanted the net. She just wanted to walk away.
I said, I don't have any money.
To bring the closing. And so
yeah.
What did she look like? What was her clothes? What kind of vehicle did she have?
Pimpin' Acura, white, clean. I mean, it was like.
She's sophisticated looking?
Yeah. I mean, blonde, skinny.
Married, single?
Single. Said she was going home to her kids, celebrate. They'll be happy to hear about having to come back.
Wow.
And clean this.
Okay. So I'm amazed. So, but her concern is, okay, so she knew enough about real estate that she would have to have some sort of closing.
Yeah.
So how'd you drop the contract? Did you draw it up that you pay all closing?
50-50 on the closing. She does the abstract.
She has to bring money to closing.
Yeah.
Are you worried about her not coming to the closing with money? If she says she doesn't have any?
No. And broke it down there, and she's already paid for the taxes for the year.
Okay,
so she'll get that proration back.
So I'm just trying to get a grasp on what's going on here. So you're in the middle of a living room, and you offer $300 more than what she has on the effing statement. That is rock star. That's why we're on Fabulous Friday. And she's worried about closing costs, so she's aware of closing costs. And then you educate her on abstracting, but you're like, hey, hold on 1 minute. Let me call a title company right now.
Exactly.
So you get a title company on the phone in front of her. Speaker or no speaker?
It wasn't on the speaker, but it was loud enough that she could hear.
So, dear closer, how much does it cost for an abstract? $700? Do you got the pricing?
I do, yes.
Let's go through the numbers.
Abstract, $600. Closing fees, $150, which... splitting that with her, $75.
Oh, you big guy.
That's right. Guy. Doc stamps, $39. Recording, $13.
All right, so under $1,000 to close the deal. Was there any repairs on? So she was happy with that, and you got her to sign a John Hancock right there.
3 of them.
3 people? Or 3 signatures?
3 copies.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case. Did you give her a copy?
No. I told her I was going to
file it,
email it to her,
or file it, give it to the title company.
Exactly.
Wow. So please, that's it. I mean, that's the equity. Is there something? I mean, there's contractors in the room. Is there any repairs? What did it look like to you?
The carpet is
through
nice. The carpet is
painting
spot on. Painting is pretty. Painting's nice. I mean, there's a couple of holes where the door may have swung open, or the door did swing open.
So this is like some effing epic smoking deal.
It's
for real.
It's not going to take $1,000 to get it.
Wow!
ready.
And so but we don't know how much this rent is. Is the rent $350?
The rent's
$800.
Yeah.
So you got a mortgage payment of $25,000, what you're buying it for. 26, let's round it up, 27, 28. Closing costs, make ready. So let's just say a $300 payment, $300 for your HOA free heat, and you're renting this bad boy out for $825. Let's ramp it up a little bit. You're going to be netting $200 a month. And this is a no money down deal.
Right.
I think anyone would loan you the money. It's 50%.
Yeah.
Wow. That's it. But you just no emotion. You chump, Mystery Man. I'm like, look at it. So, Mystery Man, would you sell that contract to somebody?
I think I'm going to hold on to this one for a little
excellent.
bit.
Well, man, that's awesome. What else did you? Congratulations.
Thank you.
And super impressed with, so let's break it back down one more time. Mailed out 550 postcards to some random list that you won't tell anybody. That's cool. We're still friends. To this people, use a company called Quantum Somebody to mail them out. Within a couple of weeks, you get a couple cheeseball calls. Then a month later, too, right?
About a month, yeah.
About a month later, because I remember when you dropped this mail out and then nothing happened. Then a month or two later, you get a call from a sophisticated lady in an Acura. Shows up, savvy enough to hire several contractors. Bam.
Right.
How does the contractors get out?
They just ended up saying, okay, I've got what we need. I'll get this written up for you, and I'll have a bid for you tomorrow.
Okay, so that goes right to you now. Or to her?
To her.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you negotiate $300 over the statement price. You get her to pay closing, and it should be no problem to get funding on this situation. Any bank with any kahunas would do the deal because of 50%.
Yeah.
And you're on your way to reaching your goals, man.
There we go.
Congratulations. Well, that's it, party people. This is the Savvy Radio Show, and you turned into the Fabulous Friday. I'm excited for the Mystery Man. I'm glad that I get to hang out and see you grow and live your dreams.
Thank you.
If you have a fabulous deal you want to share or something that you learned, anything else that you learned from this, Mystery Man?
Don't give up on the mailers that you send out. Approach every deal like you're going to close it.
All right, that's what you need to do. Close every deal, go buy assets. Have a great day.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at SavvyRadioShow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook and always be buying assets.